Hello and welcome to Digital Education. I'm your host, Connor McBride. This is a show where we go to your classroom and show how you're using technology to teach and learn. I'm here with Mr. CO at École Julie Riel, and I'm actually really excited about this because they're using Minecraft in the classroom. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
So pretty much we use Minecraft as a way to get them more involved with their studies. So right now we are doing, in social studies, we're learning about the explorers. So they are recreating a fort from the La Vérendrye Explorer.
That's awesome. Where'd you get the idea to use Minecraft in the classroom?
You know what, I've always heard of Minecraft. Once I saw the game, I was like, okay, this kind of reminds me of Nintendo, and I used to play games all the time. So I attended a workshop just how to use it in the classroom. They ran you through it, and then the rest was, okay, let's just play games then.
That's awesome. Do you think that the students look forward to this class because of, using Minecraft?
I think they look forward to it too much, but yeah, no, usually when we do projects, it's mostly revolved, like the end goal is to use Minecraft, so they're more engaged during the lessons to get to the stage.
Well, I gotta say, I really wish that I had Minecraft when I was their age in the classroom. So yeah, let's go check it out. Hey, what's your name?
Tylee Fraser.
Nice to meet you, Tylee. What are you doing right now?
I'm working on a front entrance.
Very cool. A front entrance to what?
A fort that's called Fort La Reine.
Very cool. So, do you find that Minecraft makes your class more fun?
Yes, it's very fun.
What sort of stuff do you learn in Minecraft?
We learned new people, and everybody together built a huge fort.
Very cool. So can you show me a little bit about what you're doing right now?
I was trying to build this house for the captain, and over here my friends are building a house for all the merchandise and the house for the soldiers.
Very cool. What are you building it out of?
Wood.
What type of fort is it based off of?
A fort that a guy named La Vérendrye made.
Okay. Tell me more about this guy.
He loved to explore Canada, and he built tons of different forts.
Very cool. Let's go check some more stuff out. So I see you're playing with the kids too?
I'm doing more Overwatch, so I just kind of make sure everything's working.
Okay. So this is the teacher station then. Can you tell me a little bit about what controls you have as a teacher with Minecraft education?
So pretty much I can control most of the game. I have access to different modes. So for example, I can change what game mode they're playing on. For now they're on creative, which is free for all. I can change it to EDU, which means I have to give them their stuff, and then survival, which is you have life and you have to try to survive. I can change the weather effects. I can change the time of the day. Normally when I start changing stuff, there's a reaction right away. I can freeze them. So for example, if I wanted to say something, instead of having them turn the computer off, I can just freeze. And then they know, okay, it's frozen, we have to listen now. And I can freeze them. I can mute them so they don't chat. Normally I find when they use the computer chat, they're not really chatting, they're just haha, lol. So pretty much I have access to a lot of things. I can teleport to them, or I can have them teleport to me. So if they want to show me something, instead of saying, oh, where are you? I can just fly to them. I can give them stuff. So if we're doing survival and they need a pickaxe, I can say, okay, everyone gets a pickaxe. I can give maybe 2, I I can pick a certain player, or I can give to all. And then everyone now has 2 wooden pickaxes.
And you're teaching them social studies right now.
Yes. Yeah. So this would be social studies, but I mean, you can do this with anything. It just takes a bit of creativity. Like in science, we learned about animal habitat, so they had to make an animal habitat. In science, again, we're going to learn about rocks and minerals. So they're going to have to study a rock and then build a house using the rock they've studied. You can do creative writing, where they have to build a house, build a character, then write a story. So, I mean, as long as you're creative, you can do pretty much anything.
That's incredible. I really wish that I had this when I was in elementary. And there you have it. This has been Digital Education, and I'm your host, Connor McBride. Again, we've been at École Julie Riel playing Minecraft. Say bye, everyone.
Hi, welcome back to another installment of CTRL-ALT-DEL. My name is Avery, and today we're going to be going over viruses and malware, how to protect your computer from them, and how to use those programs to keep things running smoothly. On the computer I have available to me today, it's come loaded with McAfee antivirus. Now, most antivirus programs these days are also malware sniffing programs. If yours doesn't, there's lots of free malware programs out there that you can use to find and clean. There's also lots of free antivirus programs as well if your computer did not come with one. You don't want to have more than one running at a time. It's just not going to work out well for anybody. But it doesn't hurt to have a second virus program installed and ready to use should something happen to your first one, should it miss a virus, get infected with something, or just not be capable of finding it. It's rare these days, but some viruses can be sneaky like that and avoid detection by certain ones while still being caught by the others. This McAfee Security Scan Plus looks pretty straightforward. We're just going to let it do a simple scan here, and it should let us know if it feels we need to change or update anything. Alrighty, so my virus software itself is up to date and running properly. Firewall protection is turned on. Web protection not found. A lot of browsers now have their own built-in virus and malware scanning. If your browser doesn't, apparently McAfee offers an option. I know most antivirus companies these days are offering their own version of it. Though your browser, if you're using Firefox, Chrome, or I believe even Edge, usually has these built in. Threat detection is on and running. And we do have an online threat detected. Let's see what happens. Either there is a problem, or it's going to try and sell me its web protection. Yes, the problem with the web scanner is that I don't have one. So we're not going to worry about that. And according to McAfee, we are virus-free. All right, so if you find yourself not having an antivirus program or a malware scanner, the internet can provide plenty for free. Just head over to Google, type in antivirus, free scanner, all kinds of things will come up. One of my personal favorites and one I highly recommend is AVG. Just type in AVG free into your browser, as you see here. And it's going to bring you up with links to their websites and downloads. They, of course, have a paid version like everybody else, but their free version will do the basics. It will scan your computer, it will remove viruses, it will check for malware, and if you want it to, it will even monitor your web activity and keep things safe. It's a pretty straightforward download. Go to the website, find the one for the version or the OS you're using, and hit download. Once it's downloaded, install it, let it update, run a scan, reboot your computer, and you'll be good to go. And this has been another installment of CTRL-ALT-DEL. Thanks for stopping by.
Welcome back to Community Producers. I'm Samantha Unrau, and one of my absolute favorite things to do is to curl up on the couch with a big pair of fuzzy socks and a cup of strong coffee and read a good book. I like reading anything from fantasy to romance to biographies to historical fiction. So for me, going to a bookstore to find what I want to read next can be a bit of a tough choice. Now, that's not only because there are just so many options out there that I've never even heard of, but also because there are plenty of authors out there whose works I've never read. And something else that a lot of people don't know is that there are plenty of very talented authors from right here at home in Manitoba. Now, I find this really exciting, and I think it's also really important to support local talent. So I love this next segment that we have coming up. It's called Reading Writing, and Dina is going to chat with local author Jackie Swirsky about her book titled Be Yourself. So stay tuned.
Days and days in the dark, waiting for the light that used to be in my heart. Now I'm all out of feelings, so much for happy endings.
The moment you find out you're expecting, the questions begin. What do you think it will be, a boy or a girl? But what do you do when your little one grows up and things aren't quite so pink and blue? My name's Dina. This is Reading Writing, and I'm here talking to author Jackie Swirsky about her new book, Be Yourself. Thank you for joining me, Jackie.
Thanks for having me.
So the main character in the book is a gender creative child. Can you just explain to us for a moment what gender creative means?
Sure. Well, I wrote this book based on my personal life, really. So I have an 8-year-old son. He actually illustrated the book, and he's what I call gender creative. So that means that he was born a boy, he identifies as a boy, but yet his gender expression is very feminine. By the clothes he wears, his body language, his interests are quite feminine.
Okay. So he's obviously been very involved with this book, illustrating it, and so is he excited about this? Is he sort of behind the message in the book?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I think our whole family would like everybody to learn this. It's hard when you're the kid that's always different. And so for him having this, we're really hoping that we share this message and this language of acceptance so that, you know, people are more understanding and respectful of who he is and who other, you know, gender diverse kids are.
Yeah, for sure. And in the book, one of the things that you say is that we should love children for who they are, not for who we expect them to be. And I think that's a really important point. What do you think? Do people get that, or do you think people are very hung up on sort of who they think their child will be when they grow up?
I think in general, we're really such a society focused on gender stereotypes. You know, from the day your baby's born, you put them in blue or pink, and that has a meaning associated with it. You know, they have their rattle's pink or it's blue, or, you know, it's camo versus, you know, princess. And I think stereotypes are so rampant, and it's so hard when you are not fitting in with the stereotype. So we share sort of the language of acceptance when it's really, there's no boy clothes or girl clothes. Clothes are just clothes. You wear what makes you feel confident and happy. You know, just like there's no boy stuff or girl stuff, anything can be for boys and anything can be for girls.
Yeah, I think the message really comes through in the book. I read it to my children, they really enjoyed it, and one of the first things my son said is like, look, it's a boy, because he knew, even though he can't read, that the blue meant boy. So it's, you know, it just goes to show that maybe we do have a little bit more work to do in this area. So I think this is a great first step, and thank you very much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
That's all we have for you today on Community Producers. I've been your host, Samantha Unrau. I've been a volunteer here at Shaw TV Studios since October of 2015, and I can say I have loved every minute of it. If you have ever wanted to volunteer at a TV studio, or if you have ever wanted to create content that you wanted to have aired on our station, we would love to hear from you. So you can email us at createtv@shaw.ca, and we would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time on Community Producers.